What's up, everyone? This is Dr. Webb here. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. New videos coming every week. You don't want to miss them. Man, it's been a long time since I actually made a video inside my car. This is kind of where I first started making videos, just because it was easy to kind of organize the times. When I was getting off work or heading to work or going from one hospital to another, it's easy just to shoot the video and go from there. But in this video today, I'm going to talk about my biggest regret of becoming a doctor. Becoming a doctor is a very long road. I have been on this path for, I think this is year number 13 or 14. I've actually lost track. I did 4 years of college, which for me, it took me 7 years to get my college degree. I'm just going to count 4 years though. 5 years of medical school and post-bac program, that's 9 years, plus an additional 5 years of surgery training. So that's 14 years, and I have an additional year fellowship that I'm going to do a spine fellowship next year. But thinking back along this path, I actually started on this path way back in 2002. When I was in the military, first started taking classes at a community college here in San Antonio, Texas. But I just don't count those years. I'll be really depressed if I counted those years. That'd be like 17 years of schooling that I have been in. But, you know, thinking back along all of these years, you know, I've had a lot of great years, and I had a lot of years that have been very challenging and, you know, made me question this path, just because it's such a long and challenging and arduous path. But my biggest regret along this whole path, like I said, I've been doing this for 14 years, about to go on 15 years. My biggest regret is not paying attention to the cost of medical school. The average medical student will come out of training with about $250,000 to $300,000 in debt. That's the average person. There's people who come out way less than this. Maybe their parents help them, or they get multiple scholarships, or they have, you know, funds from other sources, or they go to really cheap medical schools. And then there's people who are above that $250,000, $300,000 average, like me. I have another video about coming out of medical school with $450,000 to $500,000 in debt, and I'll put it right up here. But if I had to do it all over again, and like I said, my biggest regret is not paying attention to that cost. There are a lot of really good and cheap medical schools that are out there. I have a video about that also, and I'll put it right up here. But I would have either stayed in Texas to go to medical school. I'm a Texas resident, so the tuition would have been cheaper, and went to the cheapest medical school in Texas, which is here in San Antonio, one of the cheapest medical schools. So, you know, thinking back, if I could have spent, you know, $12,000 to $15,000 per year and come out of medical school with 48, let's say, to $60,000 in debt versus $500,000, that's crazy. You know, it's really hitting me now when I'm getting close to the end of my training, where the loan people are, you know, reaching back out to me and with their hand out and say, hey, you need to start paying us your money that you owe us. So my advice to those students out there, really scrutinize the medical schools that you're going to. People always talk about the name of the medical school. To me, honestly, it's not worth it. If you say, for instance, you were between two schools, Louisville, Amsterdam University School of Medicine versus Harvard. Would you pay $500,000 to go to Harvard versus this other medical school? I would go to that no-name medical school. I mean, yes, the name of your medical school matters, but not to the point where $500,000, which is crazy. So that is my biggest regret, and something I would change if I had to go back in time. But just pay attention to the school and also the tuition costs. Don't go to a school just because of the name. 20 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, nobody's really going to care where you went to medical school. The name does help. It brings some notoriety to you and also some prestige, but it is not worth that extra 200,000 or 300,000 or 400,000 or 500,000 or 600,000. It's not worth it. That is my advice to you guys. Take this also and use it for college. You know, the name of your college. Don't go to a college just for the name and spend extra 200,000 or extra 100,000. Go to a community college, which I did start off with, and go to a school that can save you money. So that's my thoughts for you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.